Do you ever feel isolated when you're running your business? Do you feel as though business is very often a lonely place? Because I think actually that is something the vast majority of us go through, and not always once. It isn't always something that we go through right at the start of the business and never again. Quite often it comes back to us and it comes back to us, because actually I think running a business can be an incredibly lonely place. Much as our friends and family really want to support us, if they don't have or have never had any involvement in running a business, then the reality is that they just don't get it. They don't understand what it feels like to have the complete responsibility of that business on your shoulders 24/7. So they mean well, but they don't get it, and their support can often fall on deaf ears. They try to be helpful, but it doesn't really work a lot of the time, does it? So I think this concept of loneliness and isolation for people running a business is a very real thing, and it can be a hugely challenging thing. And I know for me in particular that I am not a person who gets on well with being on my own for really long periods of time. I know that I'm somebody that actually bounces off other people really well. I kind of get more energy by actually being around people. So the whole concept of just working from home, for instance, or just working in an isolated office, is basically not a healthy environment for me, and for a lot of you as well. I'm sure that's the same. But we can deal with this feeling of loneliness or potential isolation by actively looking to build ourselves a supportive community around us in our business. And there's a couple of really key, easy ways that you can do this. And the most obvious ways to do this are through business networking, through face-to-face networking, and also through online social networking for business. And I think that's actually becoming more and more prominent, particularly over the last year or two. So there are some great reasons to focus on building your own supportive network, your community around you in business. And these are, first off, it gives you the opportunity to spend time with people who get it, people who feel the same emotions as you, the same uncertainties about business, the same kind of highs and lows and confusion and overwhelm and all that stuff that can hit us in the face in business. Having a group of people around you who totally get it, where you've got that opportunity to either offload or just to ask questions or to share challenges or to actually speak to somebody who just relates, that can actually be incredibly uplifting. So that's the first thing. Build a community of people who just get it. Secondly, and I think this is one of the attributes of having a great community that people really don't understand until they see it for themselves, is when you've got a strong community around you, it actually gives you the chance to give something back. It gives you the chance to help other people. And that in itself, it's great for morale. It's really uplifting. But the funny thing about it is it can also hugely reinforce for you how much you actually do know about your business when usually you beat yourself up about it. So I've seen numerous times at the group coaching programs that I've run or the workshops that I deliver, is people will come along, they feel like they haven't got a lot to add, that they're there to kind of learn from others and that they're the least experienced person in the room. But then actually what happens is somebody else brings up a challenge and this person has something to add. They've got some great feedback to give or some advice, or they've been through that challenge themselves and they can share how they've got past it. And actually what I've seen is that when people have that opportunity to help others, it really gives them a sense of achievement, and it actually says to them, do you know what, I've got something to add here. I can add value to people in business. I do actually know what I'm talking about. So that opportunity to help others can actually be hugely rewarding. So that's the second attribute of building a community. The third one is that it's a great way to allow you to demonstrate your credibility and to really build trust with people. And obviously those people could be potential clients. So if you're out face-to-face networking, then you get that opportunity to meet lots of people, to tell them what you do, to show them how consistent you are, and to talk about what's brilliant about you. You might even get the opportunity to give talks or presentations that really drive home your message about how totally ace you are. But even if you're online, you've got the opportunity to share hints and tips, Even just commenting on other people's posts can actually really help you to demonstrate your credibility. And all of that will build trust, and it will help people to find you and more potential clients to come in your direction. So that's attribute number 3, is a great opportunity to demonstrate your credibility and start to build your brand and build your following. And number 4, another probably slightly hidden attribute of having a great business community, is that it develops for you a bank of potential suppliers. And that might be for you, and it might also be for your own clients. So for me, for instance, whenever I'm face-to-face networking, I'm always interested in, is there anybody in this room that could be a great supplier for me? I'm not just out there looking for sales and who I can sell to. I'm also thinking about who here may at some point be a great supplier for me, but also who could be a fantastic supplier for one of my clients, because I'm always looking for opportunities to introduce my clients to the right people for them. I'm sure we have all wasted money on suppliers that just did not deliver what we wanted or needed. So actually having a community where at any point you need something, you either already know a couple of people who are great at what they do and trustworthy, or you've got a trusted community that you can go and ask. So you're never doing the almost yellow pages. I know it doesn't exist, but you're not having to Google for a new supplier for something. You're going to a bank of trusted people that can really help you, and you stand a much better chance of finding the right suppliers from that trusted community. So those are my 4 real reasons why we should all actively build a great support community for us. Firstly, it's great to talk to people who get it. Secondly, it allows us to give back and help other people as well. Thirdly, it allows us to demonstrate our credibility, to prove that we're trustworthy, show that we know our onions, and therefore attract great future clients. And fourthly, it allows us to find great potential suppliers for ourselves in the future. So, just to top all of that off, what I would like to do is to invite you all to my business support community if you're not already part of it. So if you head over to Facebook and go and search for the Business Growth Community, you will find that there is a new Facebook group there. We're about 300 members at the moment, but the whole point of that group is it's a place that you can come and ask questions. It's a place you can come and seek advice. It's a place that you can actually share your own stuff already. So if you're producing content, then that's great. You can come and share that. If you've got something to sell, some offers going on, then you can come and share that. You can just basically have a good old chin wag. If you need a new supplier, then you can ask people who they would recommend. You can also get things like market feedback. So Louise Marks from Beauty Mark recently is building a business around Facebook ads. So she really wanted to get a feel around what do people think about Facebook ads and what are their biggest stumbling blocks. So she asked a bit of an open question, and I think we had about 30 something comments in the end where people were sharing their concerns, their fears, their uncertainties. So Louise got an amazing view of what her marketplace really thinks. So if you know that you need a better community, you need a bit more support out there, and you want to kind of be part of something consistent and something that's really looking to support the whole business community, and you want to be part of that, then come find us on Facebook, the Business Growth Community.